One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fiat, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. Step on me one and say, one ecosystem to the world you say. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of lip chasing. Hey, hey.
And yes. Good evening to Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening, Caribbean, and good evening, world. This is that fantastic show Beyond 2021, and it's season 4, and it is episode 2 to date. Today is the 15th of December. We are to the end of the year, and a lot of things are happening. So just get excited, people. This show is a fantastic show that talks about technology, the advancing technology, blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, digital assets, you name it. It's all about finance. It's all about what is trending. And we urge you this evening to position yourself for an explosive show this evening, because you know why? We are just excited about cryptocurrency. We are excited about a digital and a financial revolution. And this evening, we have our co-host, Mr. Dwayne K. Dees. Donna and Cliff Samuelson is absent today, but you know they are here with us in spirit. And we are so fortunate to have the captain of the One Ecosystem, Mr. Cordell King James. Greetings, my dear brothers.
Major salute.
Thank you, Brother Noel. So, we have royalty in the house tonight. King James, the leader of the network, the leader of the next biggest cryptocurrency global payment system in the world. And that's no idle boast. Guys, we're not just tooting our own horns. And you know, in Trini, everybody likes to have the link. You know, everybody likes to have the link. Everybody's looking for that link, that hookup that could give them a lot of benefits. Well, listen, guys, you're tuning into Gaeli channel tonight. This is the link for all things crypto, all things digital, all things of value. And luckily for you, we have our illustrious leader here tonight. Usually he's jet setting all over the world. He's been on tours to South Central America, Europe. Now he's back in TNT for a short sojourn, only to go again to position us even greater than before. So, King,
what do
you have to tell the people, sir?
I have quite a lot of things to say, man. But first and foremost, I want to wish everyone a pleasant good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you are, because this is an international program and an international show. I'm very proud, and I must say, our hats off and a big thanks to Sunlight Studios, to you, Mr. Katie, to you, Brother Noel, to Cliff and Donna Samasing, to Muriel in the background, and every other person who plays a part or some role and function of making this show go, and more importantly, being a part of our family, the One Ecosystem, because the One Ecosystem is a real dream come true opportunity that people may not feel the vibrations of who we are just as yet. Even the people involved might not feel the vibration of who we are just as yet. But I want you to know that this is a dream. And like a dream where most people have that do not become reality, we will and working towards becoming a reality. Because what I can tell you, for me, I am living in a dream. For me, I believe the reality that has not even sank in, to what I'm experiencing, what is happening, and how I'm seeing things evolve. Just today, I was speaking to one of the members in our ecosystem from Latin America, and he's talking about how this vision and reading the founder book that she wrote. And so many things that she has mentioned in the book, how it applied to today still. So friends, you may be hearing a lot of the one ecosystem or maybe not hearing about it. I want you to take the opportunity today to listen clearly to the show. I want you to understand a lot that is going to be shared here today. And I want you to understand the key component of what matters most. And the key component of what matters most is you deciding that you want more. It's not about me. It's not about Brother Noel. It's not about Mr. Doing Kitties. It's about you who's on the program right now, deciding that you want more, that you are willing to step up, step out, and do something. A lot of people are saying that they want a Merry Christmas. And this Christmas, they have been promising themselves to be a Merry Christmas year after year after year after year. And now with the pandemic, things have just not gotten any better for certain individuals, depending on if you have learned any new skills or not. But for people who are willing to adapt and learn new skills, things are and will and can become better. And what we offer you with One Ecosystem is a totality of functioning ecosystem, from the Deal Shaker platform to the One Academy, information to the One Forex that is going to come, to many of the parts of the ecosystem that will be functional. But what you can do is join us in the progress. It is a progressive steps and moves that we are making to develop in a dynamic function, in a dynamic manner. And I'm just saying to you guys, man, that this is the in crowd. You know, in school, most people like to be a part of the in crowd. And the ones that could not be a part of the in crowd, they always had something negative to say. The truth be told, they really wanted to be part of the in crowd, but they just didn't have that swag or that in crowd quality, like some people might say. I'm letting you know that cryptocurrency is the in crowd. And in order to get with the who's who in the in crowd, we are that crew. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care what anyone has to offer. We are the only opportunity that I know of that's offering full comprehension and understanding of the crypto saga that is happening across the world and across the globe. And I'm proud to be well established with One Ecosystem. And I want you to get a digital wallet. If you're not having the conversation of having a digital wallet, you, my friend, are prehistoric and you will be left behind. Time, Mr. Dwayne Katie says.
So we're gonna go to a break and we'll be right back.
No, but no problem, man.
Yeah, I know you have lots to say, we have lots to share. So we'll be right back after this break.
Do you know what am I speaking about? Do you know what is cryptocurrency? Do you know what is blockchain technology? Are you aware of what we currently face on a regular basis with quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending? Do you know? I am inviting you to come out of the financial darkness and into financial light. The only way for us to achieve that is with education. And one particular type of education is what I'm speaking about. I'm asking you to join the One Academy. It is a financial revolution of teaching regarding introduction to finance, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, helping you understand the world of money and what is money. What is money? Money is simple. It is what we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. If you want full comprehension, join the One Academy.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your
full 100.
Here we go again.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future, but better and greater than that. In our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One life for more life. One academy. Join the financial revolution.
Yes, my people. So we're talking about digital wallets, and you heard from our leader, our top leader here in Trinidad and Tobago. He's not a leader in Trinidad and Tobago only. He's a leader of our global network, our network of empowered persons here to educate you about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. And by the way, we were having an off-camera conversation. So those of you who read the daily news here in Trinidad and Tobago, one of our national newspapers, the Trinidad Express, on page 5, features an article about programmer Mark Pereira, the founder of Z Labs, and that he is saying that TNT is ready for cryptocurrency. So King James told you that you need a digital wallet. On last week's show, we heard Cliff speaking about the rollout given by our finance minister, Mr. Colin Imbert, saying that by the end of 2022, everybody in Trinidad and Tobago is going to have their own digital identity. So why have a digital identity and no digital wallet to benefit from? How is that commerce going to take place? You know, that is like, it's an irony. So guys, get with the times, right? We've been preaching this message. The company has been around since 2014. And now we hear so many different organizations coming up with our narrative that they've cut and pasted into their own organization. Some that will stand the test of time and some that will not. We understand that cryptocurrency foundation is blockchain technology. We also understand that cryptocurrency is a store of value. In Europe, it's identified as a commodity. In North America, they itemize it as an asset, a digital asset. And of course, it's taxable. They pay capital gains tax on it out in the US and in Europe also. So guys, things are happening. Brother Noel, I know that you can definitely create some context. I see our producer posting the article. So those of you who do your research, it's on page 5 of today's Trinidad Guardian, dated the 15th of December 2021. So this in itself testifies to the fact that cryptocurrency is the new evolving technology that is going to run away with the financial sector, and every person who is involved in marketing or has any sort of business acumen is going to get knowledge about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. Brother Noel?
Yes, that is so true. I mean, it goes without saying. The latest advances we are seeing is happening all around the world. In places like Asia, they're so way advanced. In Europe, places like Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Poland, even in Africa, even in the Caribbean here. And as you rightly said, you know, we have been pioneering this type of technology in Trinidad and Tobago. We are the ones that are virtually educating the masses. When the banking system, you heard nothing from them about blockchain technologies in the earlier days. You heard nothing about cryptocurrencies. We were the ones blowing the trumpet, ringing the bell, so to speak, announcing to people, articulating the philosophy of a digital revolution, of cryptocurrency in particular, authentic cryptocurrency, not just the digitalizing of the TNT dollar or the digitalizing of the US dollar. And we have had participation, even with the security exchange. We have had participation with the telecom authority. We were in Tobago, King James, myself, were featured, we asked questions, we were intrigued, we motivated the people to embrace this technology. And we are seeing now it is happening. And as I said last week on the show, what the finance minister is talking about, we don't know where exactly they are going with it. They said that by the end of 2022, Trinidad will be a cashless society. But, you know, cashless society, but where is the
value?
Where is the cryptocurrency? Because
Wait
all over the world,
let me jump
they're
in.
going to cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in there because
go ahead, King.
A lot has been said, and I'm disturbed by not what you're saying, but what I have been hearing, observing, and I know what is happening within this country. I remember once upon a time in 2008 when I came to Trinidad. I remember the conversation was about a 2020 vision. We're here in 2020, and I hear them talking about 2022. There's no conversation or any vision or future plans. And the way that they plan this country is like they wake up out of their bed and they had an idea, which probably was a nightmare from the night before, and try to implement certain things. And it's just not really rational. Not bashing anyone or any particular thing, but let's just speak facts. First and foremost, I have a problem. When we speak digital identity, what are we speaking that's going to be the driving force of the digital identity? If it's not blockchain, we're wasting time. And I would hope, and more than likely, I assume, I believe it will be a blockchain-driven concept. But here's where there's a cause for pause. And the public that's listening, here's the reason why joining one ecosystem is the best option for you right now. You can join anything you want. You can diversify your money any way that you want. But the energy that you have, here's why you need to come into one ecosystem and put energy here for us to spread this message and this word for people to have our wallet. Because the blockchain technology is the driving force and the reason why cryptocurrency exists. They harmonize, they synchronize, they come together, and they will both launch at the same time. Let's put it like this. Now, why is it we in Trinidad and Tobago as a government speaking about applying blockchain technology, but the actual essence, the actual reason why the blockchain technology was launched to begin with, which was the financial problem that the world is facing, which the world is still facing today, as the words of the great Ivan Mark would like to say, you're taking the Band-Aid and the plaster that was supposed to heal or stop the bleeding from one side, and that used plaster they're attempting to put on different cuts as we get it. One plaster they're trying to put all over the place. What is going to happen? There's going to be an explosion. There's going to be a falling apart. And what I'm saying to you, the falling apart of the economy is guaranteed. Don't let no one fool you. The question is, what are you doing to protect yourself? And more importantly, position yourself ahead of the impending trend. Because individuals want to use the blockchain for everything else, but they believe, they agree that it's a viable technology. Here's the key component of this viable technology conversation I'm having with you. Yes, it's a viable technology, but why utilize it for every other aspect when it comes to protecting data and information and consistent and unbroken secrecies that make it safer by eliminating fraud, duplicity, and forgery and anything like that? Why utilize the blockchain for art, real estate, music, and every other aspect when it comes to protecting and having transparency? But when it comes to the money, it's a taboo. Is it because you want to stay in a state of confusion, conflict, and corruptedness? Not this country, I'm talking about the world and the powers that be who control the narrative. You who are not a part of the 1%. You who are not a part of the elite, you sitting there like me, that's a regular traditional human, deserve to have the opportunity to decide what is money. Because the question is, what is money? Money is whatever we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. So what is this cryptocurrency? What is this blockchain technology? Why do it work together? Why do it make sense? What is the concept? What is this one ecosystem? We'll be right back with some messages for you about what it is. All I can tell you is what you need to be a part of. We are building something that is unique, that is special, that is global, that is really a whole concept of together we aspire, together we achieve. We are building what I believe our great nation father would be so happy, proud that he would stand up out of his grave to give a hand clap to the concept of what this is, because he himself was pioneering this type of idea. We are building what the great Mia Motley, unaware of who we are as yet, that I believe the moment that she can find out will embrace immediately this kind of concept, because what we are building, friends, is a global peer-to-peer, borderless currency that will enable you to become wealthy instead of losing buying power, having a chance to participate in increasing buying power. Oh my goodness gracious, you need to be a part of a business like this.
Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. And in understanding the technology, you know, I read a portion of Dr. Ruja's book. I haven't been through the entire book as yet. But one thing she points out, cryptocurrency has no value on its own, right? The value that cryptocurrency has is what we bring to the table. And you know why it's important to be a part of our system? Because when you bring your value to the system, as King said, he said bring your energy. He put it in different words. He said bring your energy. But your energy is your output, your value, your skill. So you could be a good tutor. You can be a good music teacher. You can be the greatest mechanic in Trinidad and Tobago. You can make the best tambrak ball, the best juice, the best aloo pie. Bring that to the platform. And you know, guys, here what's happening. When people recognize that you are there on our platform, they will come and seek you out, because that's the natural progression of business. If you are giving a good service, if you are creating a quality item, people will seek you out. That's the natural progression of things. So we're saying, come into our global community, be a part of it, because you know what? When we share the load, when we do our little part in our own vineyard, that value spreads throughout the network. And here what? We are now participating in this global pool of value. That is the one cryptocurrency. That is the focal point of our ecosystem, is the one. And at the beginning of the show, King said something and I wanted to disagree with him, because he was talking about we're in the process. But listen, our proof of concept is already out there. Last week we spoke about buying land right here in Trinidad and Tobago. That's something tangible. That's not something over the internet. That's something tangible. You can stand on it. You can build a house on it. You can use it as collateral to do business. That is something tangible. And the Deal Shaker platform, that's part and parcel of our ecosystem, is something that creates value for the buyers and it creates value for the sellers. So that is some of the components that you need to consider while you're listening to us. The numbers are on the screen. You can call in or you can call Sarah for more information. Understand that knowledge trumps everything in this new digital economy. It's a knowledge-based economy. And if it is that you're not up to date with the knowledge, you're going to lose out. All right, so we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future. But better and greater than that, in our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to Get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One life for more life. One academy. Join the financial revolution.
Get started now. Get started with your One Academy package. Get started with your starter package. It's only $1,600 TT. Get your financial education from the One Academy. Although it's a beginner package, the information you're going to get from your One Academy starter package, you would have more knowledge than 90% of the world's population on finance for just $1,600 TT. Let's create a revolution. Let's spread the epidemic of our One Academy, One Life. Get it today.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
So we're back, and we would have left you with an earful and something to think about. You know, these days, your attention is being taken by a lot of stuff in the media. You know, Corona is featuring primarily on every network. Everybody knows the death toll on a daily basis by heart, the numbers. But we want to urge you, in this time of, I dare say, the pandemic, it's time to mind your business. Drunk or sober, mind your business. Because a lot of things are happening, and you, because you're distracted, you're unable to position yourself, you're unable to make prudent financial decisions concerning your future. Look, we're in Christmas time, we're in the midst of the pandemic right now. And a lot of people's spending habits haven't changed. They're still out there putting their money in different organizations, in different stores, and not investing in self. How can you not invest in self and expect a return? It's consumerism. Come on. Yes, I know Christmas is about children and Christmas is about family, but come on, guys. If you've been doing the same thing for years, donkey years now, you spend all your money for Christmas, and in January, February, you're salting. You didn't wake up. You realize that there's a pattern developing there, and if you don't change the pattern, you'll get a different result? Or do we do not care about our future? Do we do not care about planting seeds? Do we do not care about making investments, no matter how small it might seem? Right now, Bitcoin is on the drop. Bitcoin is on the dip. Get some, because you know what? It's not going to stay at that price.
See, and kiddies, kiddies. Yeah, and something is fundamentally wrong in our educational system. there's this fixation on a fiat currency, paper dollar, and people are absorbed and they're running this thing down, as if their lives depend upon it, in the sense that this will really help them and profit them. Whereas behind the scene, there are players that are fully aware of a transition that is happening, of a paradigm shift that is taking place within our present economy. And I make reference to the digital economy, the blockchain technology as foundational for changing society, for changing the way the world is run, similar to what happened when the internet came about. And many are still, they hear about cryptocurrency, they hear about digital revolution, they hear about Bitcoin, and they get involved and they chase it and they are engaged in speculation and volatility. But the true essence of what the blockchain is designed to do and how it's going to revolutionize society, in particular with reference to the creation of currency, lies as a peer-to-peer transaction that is the fees are low and there's great usability of the crypto. And I'm speaking in particular about our one ecosystem, because there are so many different cryptos out there on the market, and there are so many different things that the blockchain can do, but the masses are ignorant. So this is why we are here, bringing to you the one ecosystem, giving you the education virtually, so to speak, and encouraging you to position yourself with the one ecosystem. Because trust me, the 1%ers that King referred to, there's nothing wrong with them. They understand. All the major banks, major corporations, they are positioning themselves, because most of the banks now going with blockchain and are involved in the cryptocurrency space. They're doing trading on the exchanges and so on. Whereas the masses are ignorant. So it is time for us to wake up, position ourselves, and get with the program.
And it's not about hating, folks. It's not about hating. When we talk about different segments in the society, these are people who have been taught about money. These are people who took the time to sit Junior down and let Junior know, Junior, this is the way to go. Listen, when these rappers and them idealize paper money, right? And they debase the female gender, and they compromise the ideals that we're supposed to hold on to. That narrative, that picture is stuck in the images of our minds, and there's nothing else there. And once we don't replace that with something different, with something better, all we're going to do is perpetually go through the same cycle over and over. So guys, listen, it's time for us to start to think about generational wealth. Most of us have grown up in generational poverty, right? And that's all we can give to the next generation, poverty, a poverty mindset, a never have mindset. You understand? But we have to be able to change that mental image and go to a different level.
Allows for. If you got a job with certain hours,
and I see one of our viewers are talking about explaining the importance of the one ecosystem. So within our ecosystem, we have different components. So we are one ecosystem, but there are so many different facets, and all of which are targeted and tailored to create value. So we have the Deal Shaker platform, our platform of commerce, which allows buyers to connect with sellers. So here what's happening. In the pandemic, for the last year and 8 months, the business sector have been put into a tailspin where we are experiencing closures of stores. People have goods locked up for months. Some of the goods if they didn't spoil, they've dry rot and whatever, right? And they now have an opportunity through our platform to be able to feature their goods and services while being safe at home. Is this innovation going to benefit us in the midst of this pandemic? Yes. because it's a viable option as opposed to having your store locked up and closed and no cash flow. All right? So we really need to understand what's happening.
Yes, definitely, kiddies, because, you know, right now with the pandemic, there's a lot of people that are unemployed, and people are now finding creative ways to make money, you know, to protect themselves, to protect and to provide for their families. And e-commerce is something that is engaging the attention of even small and medium enterprises.
Yeah, it's a billion-dollar business.
Yeah, and there are people who they're doing their thing to get money, but you know, few people are really paying attention to where the trend is, where it is going. Of course, it's important to get some cash because we need it and we are in a transition. But more importantly, we need to understand the trends, the new emerging technologies, understand it, get and acquire the skills, get, as you said, a digital wallet, and participate in getting some crypto asset.
It's a good thing that we're in education, you know. That's what we sell.
Yeah.
So people
studying the field.
We sell educational packages in blockchain, cryptocurrency, law, forex, finance. So what's your excuse? What is your excuse for not educating yourself? We've told you that we are part of a global organization. We've explained to you our proof of concept. The fact that we are merging creativity with innovation and bringing people together and creating value, right? So you come into our community with your intrinsic value, your gift, your ability. You might be a good barber, you're a good mechanic, you're a good sports coach, you're a good therapist, you do massages, you do nails, you sell food, you sell drinks, whatever your skill set. You bring that to our system and you become a part of it. You learn about finance, so you start to understand now what is an asset, what is a liability. What is the new emerging asset in the world? It's crypto. We have that. So you can be able to now offer your services and receive in part or full payment, cryptocurrency and cash. We know that everybody doesn't understand the program. So here what? So instead of somebody paying a full $100 to you to access your services, they can pay you 80. And you're willing to receive 20 in cryptocurrency. Why? Why is that? Because the cryptocurrency appreciates over time. So you know what? That $20 is not going to stay $20 for long. As more people understand the system and become a part of it, the value and the buying power of that $20 begins to grow. And it starts to turn into 100 and 200 and 500 and 1,000. And pretty soon you can be able to utilize a part of it and the balance will still continue to grow. You know what? Because that's the magic of cryptocurrency. It's the magic of trends and innovation happening. It's the component of shared value. Never before have we been a part of something that's so great that we get to share in this big pool of value. You know what? We're in the month of December. And here what? The shareholders of certain companies have already been paid and paid handsomely. Many, many employees over the landscape, not only here in Trinidad and Tobago, globally, they were given a bonus this year, this month. Some of you all got salaries today, right? But you're not happy with your allocation. Had you been a shareholder, that allocation would have been greater. Do you agree with me, Brother Noel?
Of course.
Do you agree with me, King James?
Yeah.
Absolutely, sir.
If you were a shareholder, your value, your envelope, your package might have been greater, but you're an employee. Correct. So here's what we're saying. Change the narrative. Become a business owner yourself. Start investing in yourself. Skill set, what you like to do, what you're comfortable doing, you know, what you can see yourself giving your energies to and becoming an expert at. And of course, once you're an expert, you're sort out. My girlfriend has a phone issue And she was told about a gentleman in Port of Spain that comes to work at 3 p.m. in the evening. And there's always a crowd there, and he stays there at his business place until 7. That only happens because he's skilled in his craft, right? And he adds value, he creates value for the people who come to them because he solves problems. And the people who solve problems get paid, right? That's the reality, guys. So here what? Put aside Netflix and chill and started taking beyond 2021. Because we talking reality stuff here. We educating you guys and we bringing up your mind to a different level, right?
Correct.
So I don't want to hug the mic.
No, you're not hugging the mic at all, man. You're saying quite a few things that are just really relevant. That makes a lot of sense. I want to add to what both of you men were saying as far as when it comes to the e-commerce, the Deal Shaker platform, and that opportunity that exists. I want you to understand, to every person that's not online, and this pandemic, according to the words used here tonight, I want you to understand that you don't have to be internet savvy. You don't have to have any .com anything. You don't have to have your own website. You don't have to have nothing at all. And here with the home of One Ecosystem, our platform will help you and assist you with immediate effect to have an online presence. You have eyes from across the globe that's online watching your goods and services, where you don't have to build any website, where you just decide to become an active merchant, where you're going to diversify your portfolio and accept part payment in one, whether it's 10%, 50%, it's totally up to you. But we believe in integration into the payment and processing centers of the world. And I believe that once you decide to accept our coin as some part of the method of payment, not only is your customer base going to grow, but also you get a chance to advertise to people who are existing customers that you know have an online presence. And you can send them your link to go to your store. And guess what? They may see some other things that's available and other places. And then all of a sudden you have a chance to even do business with us, through us. And then you can start connecting to our community on a whole. Because what we really want to do is have each person take care of each person. Really creating that together for more opportunity, where we are building something with people and based on people. We are people-driven, people-centered, and they are driven by love. This is our method of operation. And more importantly, we are just loving by talk, but we're loving by action, because when you do demonstrate love, you demonstrate and you teach people. Love is teaching, love is action, love is showing. And we show you, friends, how to move forward. So speaking about showing you how to move forward, when we come back, we're going to wrap up with some closing comments. Definitely we show you how to move forward and how to get started, and suggest you getting started right now with One Ecosystem. See you just back in a minute.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your
full 100. Here we go again.
Do you know what am I speaking about? Do you know what is cryptocurrency? Do you know what is blockchain technology? Are you aware of what we currently face on a regular basis with quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending? Do you know? I am inviting you to come out of the financial darkness and into financial light. The only way for us to achieve that is with education. And one particular type of education is what I'm speaking about. I'm asking you to join the One Academy. It is a financial revolution of teaching regarding introduction to finance, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, helping you understand the world of money and what is money. What is money? Money is simple. It is what we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. If you want full comprehension, join the One Academy. Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future. But better and greater than that, in our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One Life for More Life, One Academy. Join the financial revolution.
Yes, folks, so we're back. And I want to pose a question to King James here.
So let's do something.
Yeah, being a student of Dr. Ruja and her, being a finance wizard and all, and creating her own cryptocurrency, just because of a challenge by someone. She recognized one important factor. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are being traded on major exchanges all across the globe right now, right? So people are profiting on the volatility of cryptocurrency. The price changes when this person speaks, Bitcoin drops. When this company invests in it, the value goes up and that sort of thing. But cryptocurrency in its purest form was really created to be a peer-to-peer digital payment system that gets us away from the usury of the banking system. Can you speak to our audience on that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I had to take a lot of pride in understanding the concept because I know exactly what is taking place. And when I say I know exactly what is taking place, it is to confuse the masses. And it's the same reason why we don't have money as a subject to learn in school. Same reason why we're not taught finance in school. The same reason why we are kept in a particular box that the person who wrote the school curriculum have a lot of things that's very useless in the curriculum that we do not use as adults, but don't have what is the most useful that should be in the curriculum that we all have to use as adults. I hope you follow me. And yes. Friends, it is fair to say, if you read the white paper of Bitcoin, which comes like the business plan or the business strategy, it lets you know that a peer-to-peer electronic cash system is the concept and a reason why this business of crypto was even started to begin with. And it started because there was an actual problem. You must understand, Brother Noel alluded and Katie's mentioned it earlier, that people that solve problems get paid. Hence the reason why Bitcoin is so valuable as it is today, because it is a solution to the double spend problem. It is a solution to the ease of cross-border transactions. It is a solution for a transparent transaction with people. I remember when people started to speak bad about Bitcoin and had negative things to say, one of the first things they used to say that it was a criminal coin or coin for criminal use. I always ask the question, did crime just start in 2008 when Bitcoin was birthed or jumped out on the scene, or was crime always there? What were they paying before? Were they using what? What were they using? They was using dollars. They was using dollars. They was using forms of method of any payment, and crime is still the same way. Bitcoin is not a criminal concept or crime that is waiting to be committed and paid with. No, friends, no. What I'm saying to you is, it is an instrument and a tool that came about to bring us the truth of money. And the fact that it has a finite concept is what makes it so exciting, and hence the reason why the price increases because of supply and demand. You must understand that anybody that's telling you that the Bitcoin is going to crash and go back to 10 cents or 1,000, they have no idea what is cryptocurrency or the very concept of the business. They have not an inkling of an understanding of anything. I've just was watching some documentary or a little TikTok that led to some other videos that I went to go see about this Bitcoin city that they want to start up in El Salvador, and what they're using with the volcano to create the whole mining and the concept of it. I was like, wow, impressive, intriguing. But there's a issue with Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin came out to just spark the idea and create the opportunity for people who are willing to position themselves to benefit and jump ahead in life to participate with. And it has just opened up the door for me and you, because the 21 million blockchain finite amount that coin has cannot necessarily become a paymaster for the globe when it comes to using it as an everyday method of payment. Don't get me wrong, it is great. It is going to be, I believe, a store of value where people could be able to save their savings in Bitcoin. But when it comes to using a coin for everyday use of buying water, buying milk, I believe we fit that criteria. I believe the one ecosystem is that criteria. So with the Bitcoin concept, the reason why the masses want to confuse you and they want to talk about exchange, if you read the white paper, there was never nothing spoken about on exchange. But the reason why they create that whole exchange and the hype and everything around it and make it into a speculative nature and a speculative opportunity is to keep you away from it. You see, you have to understand, you never understood finance before. Majority, I'm talking about 95% of the world, do not have any stocks, bonds, derivatives, futures, or are involved in anything of the sort. We stay away from those things, and we would actually go and pay a broker who would handle that type of business for us. But with the Bitcoin concept, you just need your own digital wallet and you can handle your own business. But people operate with so much fear and so much lack of understanding. The moment they hear it, they put their guards up. I remember in 2016, when we started to talk this talk in Trinidad and Tobago, people had their guards up. Now the same people today are asking me, hey, could I buy some coin? You have any Bitcoin for sale? I need to settle this transaction. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching these individuals. Really, I don't have any at this moment for you. But you understand what I'm saying? I made a little light joke there.
Yeah, you're being real. I have a friend who recently, spoke to me about cryptocurrency, and the first thing he said, but I am afraid of this thing, I'm afraid of this thing. I said, listen, step one, replace your fear with knowledge. All right? I say, because you start on a bad foot, you start in fear. When you're in fear, you don't learn anything. Fear paralyzes you. Fear stops you from moving forward. But if you start to operate in knowledge, meaning that, listen, this is a concept you can learn. Anything that can be taught can be learned. So remove the mental blockage of being afraid to learn and understand how this thing works. Find out how it works, then it becomes elementary to you, and then you can move ahead now after you've established what a digital wallet is, how it works, the different types, the security involved, and now you can begin to participate in the industry. Because here what? Whilst you are living in fear, people are profiting and living well, right? A lot of us are complaining about prices in the grocery and them putting stale items with fresh items to sell us in a bid to make money. Listen, when you can afford it, nothing is a problem, right? King James, when you can afford it, Brother Noel, when you can afford it, nothing is too expensive, because you know what? You can afford it. But when you're pinching pennies,
everything
when you have that wealth mindset, everything is going to be an issue. So here what? Elevate your thinking, raise your vibration, right? Let's operate on a different level. Let's operate from a knowledge base instead of a fear base. Guys, so As Larry Pereira used to say, let's uncomplicate it.
Yeah, King, I just want to ask you a question, for the sake of giving your opinions, your views, your own personal analysis in your travels, because I mean, you're out there, you're interacting with people who are within this cryptocurrency space. We understand that the blockchain is an inevitable technology. It's not going to go back. Things are not going to go back. So it is there as a change and an improvement that a cryptocurrency, digital currencies, whatever you want to call it, is the trend and the movement. What is so different about the one ecosystem, and how do we measure with the competing interests of other cryptos? We hear of talks of Mark Zuckerberg with the metaverse and augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, right? Tell us a little how we factor the one ecosystem in this present scenario with all these changing technologies and digital currencies and cryptos. Your take.
What I can tell you is that we are not to be ignored. When it comes to events, like for example, I was in an event in, as you know, my last trips was really concentrated in the Latin America region. And in Ecuador, I noticed that there's a lot of opportunity for people to not to do the business, but they have no choice but to do the business. Because in Ecuador, they no longer have the currency that they used to have a couple of years ago. They now use the US dollar. I'm wondering to myself, in Ecuador, when I watch the beauty of Ecuador, I'm saying, why is the US dollar being used as a currency here in Ecuador? And I cannot really go into length of what I would like to say because we have 4 minutes. But if you read between the lines, the US dollar is trying to stay relevant, and they're always trying to put it in the belief of the minds of individuals that they have some sort of authority in the world, not just to police the world, but they are the financial hub of the world. And the fact is, there's no value, nothing that's backing the dollar, but people believe, and the belief in the dollar. And if at any moment people start to believe something different, then you can see a major shift. And when I watched the ecosystem, we was at an event with Ecuador, over 700 people. We were at another event with over 150 people in Ecuador, 2 different cities I'm speaking about. Then we moved across to Colombia. We was an event with top leaders, over 100 different leaders that now getting that energy to develop one ecosystem. We was in Mexico. We had a couple leaders there as well, where we have a high level conversation with the government to engage in some concepts that is possible. All I'm saying is a lot of conversation that's happening where one ecosystem could become a massive solution, not just for Latin America, but for the globe. We believe, I believe, right here in Trinidad and Tobago, everything you do, you should be paying 10% one, minimum. In other words, I come to you and I need to pay you TT. I swipe, I scan my QR code, and there you go, a payment of one from my digital wallet to your digital wallet. So let me get into it a little bit more. We, with one ecosystem, teach the truth and the facts. We take off the mask and the charade that is happening behind the dollar and the very concept of the dollar. And I have been fortunate enough to travel, and wherever I'm traveling to, I'm always stopped and I'm always questioned. Most of the time, most people don't see my color, my size moving around their territory much. So when I'm passing through immigration points, I'm always stopped. And I love to let them know I'm a fintech consultant. And I start to baffle them with simple things that they feel like, oh, but I don't know nothing special. I just know the terminologies. And I just know that I have one eye open while the rest of the world have our eyes closed. Are you willing to open your eye? That is what one ecosystem is doing, Mr. Brother Emmanuel Noel Jack. We are opening the eyes and sensitizing people that something is happening. And it's not happening here, it's happening globally. I'm telling you, things are really, really, really happening across the globe. Whether you believe people are waiting or not, but I have seen significant results and activity. Right now, a lot of people in Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Belarus, that is the next talk about where the next tour that I'll be going on, to where I can go and just deliver a level of hope and understanding of the project even more, to encourage people to continue to be ambitious in growing this brand. Because what we intend to do, friends, is just integrate into the paymenting processing centers of the world. We want to be another method of payment. Unlike the dollar, unlike the euro, unlike the pound, that only lose value year after year after year. There's a track record. There's a track record of loss of buying power, loss of value. They call it inflation to hide the word deflation. One ecosystem do not allow or have that track record. So when you ask that question, brother, this is exactly what we have for the people. We have an opportunity to offer hope where people don't lose buying power, where people don't lose the opportunity to gain, where people have a chance to decide, I really need to associate, understand, and join this special club. If you want to call it a club, you want to call it a group, you want to call it a lodge, you want to call it whatever you want to call yourself being a part of it. Call yourself or on deck. Rise and decide you want to shine, because we are destined to be that one. I'm not asking you, but I'm humbly telling you.
Future bright, future bright,
wow.
future bright.
Wow. That's exciting, man. Yes, exciting.
Shout out to our community members, because, we're streaming on Facebook, we're on YouTube, so you're seeing us on one digital platform or another. So if you are contributing, especially if you are a merchant on our platform, you're an individual, you're a registered business, kudos to you, because you know what? You understand the vision. You understand that, listen, you can't only have one wallet that you spend out of, because eventually all that value will be lost. So you've created a second wallet where income comes in. So you know what? You have a cycle of finance happening. Money is coming in and going out. So you have a continuous stream, and you're participating in this new global digital crypto economy, where as people understand value and they come into the community, what they do is that they compound that value, and we experience growth in the value of the asset that we hold, and our buying power increases. So guys, we're almost to the end of the show. Closing comments, King James, Brother Noel.
Definitely, I have one or two closing thoughts. And one of them is for sure to advertise my product that'll be here in the Caribbean real soon, all across, available to you. It is considered to be a disposable hookah or shisha, if that's what you know that. Nicotine free, many benefits for me. One of them is to freshen up your breath, but most importantly, for the people who are smokers who have been trying to stop smoking forever, I believe this could be a real tool for you to help you wean off and get off of that negative effects that tobacco and nicotine can have on your lungs and have on your body. This might not be the perfect substitute, but it's definitely better than what you currently have right now. And until you have the total courage to get off of it, I believe it steps in the right direction. It's one of the things that I discovered while I'm out there, because there's a lot of heavy stress. There's a lot of things that make you upset. And one of the things I learned is when you get upset, they tell you to do what? Take a deep breath in and exhale. And when I do it with this, it helps me. So soon you'll be seeing this on the Deal Shaker platform, where you can only purchase it if you have ones. If you have ones, my friends, you can purchase our product with a percentage in TT dollars and a percentage in one. So if you don't have any one, get your One Ecosystem digital wallet so you can have some ones, so you can become a user of this product. This is my humble thoughts on my closing remarks. Look forward to continue growing the ecosystem, and all that we have next year is going to be one of the most tremendous years in the life of One Ecosystem. So many developments, so many things are happening. I'll be in Bulgaria this week speaking some key things with the company this weekend, I should say. And then for the week after in Amsterdam, the week after that, some other places with the family. I'm just saying, man, live life, love life, man. God be praised. Thank you all so much for holding it down. I would try to join next week for a short time. Maybe I call in, but do something. Let's see how it goes, man. One ecosystem adds more to life. That much I can say. One's out.
Yes. Thank you, King James, and thank you, Mr. KDs. A wonderful show again. We look forward to our next episode next week. People, stay tuned. This is really the metaverse, the one ecosystem. And you need to get with this program. Merchants out there, you need to get with this program. Join the one ecosystem. We are calling one and all across the board. The elite, the not so elite, the rich, the poor, every single person must get on board with this one ecosystem. So stay tuned to our program. We'll join you next week again. God richly bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. One's out.
Out, folks.
One's out. One's out.
One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fear, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. Step on me one and say, one ecosystem to the world you say. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of lip chasing. Aye.